And we are live. All right, players, what is up? Welcome to episode 63 of Player Life. It's Friday, February 12th, 2021. Yes, so good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, wherever you are. So, today's episode, I wanted to talk about why men need to take the lead in all circumstances with women. Um, we got Winston Wolf in the house. What is up, my man? What is good? Uh, I don't know. It's just it's been proven time and time again. The more you leave, choices up to women in the dating world, when it comes to choosing the location, choosing the time, choosing the place, you know, if you start asking, oh, when is good to meet, or what time can we meet, or when are you free? Those kind of questions, those open-ended questions, the more you're, shooting yourself in the foot. You really have to like decide everything, like precisely, so that they can follow along. Um, I wanted to show. I'll show you an example. The reason I thought of this is because it's just today I have a prime example of it. Um, when you meet a girl, whether it's on a dating app or in real life, wherever, and you get her number, and if you'll be messaging her, you're trying to arrange the date, trying to arrange the meeting. If you're not precise about the time and place where you're going to meet, then you know she's just gonna women will just take advantage of that, and they'll also see it as a weakness when guys don't decide the time and place, and then they're kind of like, oh, where's do you know any good places, or oh, what food do you like to eat, or when you start, that's a sign of weakness for women. And um, so today's example, I'm meeting a girl that I matched with her on Bumble, and yeah, I'll show you the dialogue. I'll go through the text messages, but I'll wait for that to come through, maybe a little later. But it's just such a good example of why you have to like stick to your guns as well. So you have to let women enter your frame. you know so if you arrange to if you want to arrange a date, um you have to arrange a date as close to your apartment or your where you're staying as possible. And a lot of times girls will kind of like, they'll shit test you by saying, oh, it's like it's too far, or it's not, like, it's why should I go there, or and guys without game will like cave into those kind of complaints. They'll say, oh, okay, well, do you know a good place? And then that's when she knows she's dealing with a beta. She's dealing with a beta guy if a guy responds like that. But if you just stick to your guns and like, no, this is the place I want to go, this is the place we're gonna go, she'll not all of them are gonna comply, but a lot of them will. And anyway, it will save time anyway. Girls that don't comply with your request, to come to your area, or a bar or cafe that you suggest, you're dealing with a girl with low interest, because girls with high interest, they'll come through. They will come through. Um, even if they give you a shit test, and a lot of them will give you a shit test and say, oh, it's too far, but always stick to your guns. It's important. Um, let's see. Let me just share this. I saw this today. It's a bit of a different topic, but okay. All right. So I saw this earlier, and I was like, thought it was funny because this chick, I don't know how old she is, but it says dating detox. All the good men over 35 are taken. I'm left with the dregs, says model who has been on 500 dates in 4 years. So this chick has been on 500 dates in 4 years. So this is wrong. This is so typical of what women like. They refuse. Like I think they know it, but they'll refuse to accept it. All the good men over 35 are not taken. I'd say there's never been more good men over 35, single good men, quality men over 35 ever in history. Because in the past, good men, 35-year-old men were all married. Um, in this day and age, people are not getting married. So um, the thing is, uh, it's just it's such delusion. They're not taken, they're not married, they're single, and they are banging, girls in their early 20s. Guys in their 30s that have their shit well to get put together. They have, they've taken care of their fitness, their finances, and even if they have just a little bit of game, they can get girls in their early 20s. And girls in their early 20s will be more than happy to go on dates with them, and they'll be really attracted to them. Um, uh, Gabriel E says she probably as smart as a hand model. Um, yeah, so I don't know. It's just crazy delusion. Um, but these women will die before they accept the fact that men desire youth and beauty above anything else. I said it before. I'll say it again. Youth and beauty is the number one. That is what hooks men. That is what hooks men. Yes, personality comes second, comes next, but initially personality doesn't matter shit. At the initial, when you're really when you the thing that attracts you, the thing that hooks you, is the youth and beauty. Um, it's like, what's a good analogy? If it's like if you're going to a party, are you going to go to a party? You have the choice to go to two parties, right? Are you going to go to a party that is about to end, you know, or are you going to go to a party that has just started? I want to personally, when I go out, I want to go to, I want to have a good time. So I go out, I go to a place where, I'm going to have, a few hours to hang out, and, but this is the thing. Like if you hook up with with a girl that's like 30, not even hook up, but yeah, you can hook up. But I mean, in terms of relationship, if you get into a relationship with a girl in her 30, late 20s, early 30s, you're going to a party that's like almost over. That party's about to finish. She's hit the wall. Like that's a fact. Like, you know, men age like wine, women age like milk. That's like that is such a fact. It is such a fact. Uh, Gabriel E says, Mac, have you ever gamed a fast food worker? I have. I don't think I have actually. Um, I haven't actually. I don't often hit on staff. It's just a choice. I could do it, but I mean, I like to game girls that, the reason I don't hit on staff is usually because it's not that I don't think I can you know successfully get their numbers, but I think because I think it's something that a lot of guys probably do. It's probably very like stereotypical. It probably like, especially if a waitress is hot, she probably gets a lot of like, a lot of attention from guys that come through. So it's kind of like, it's the same thing where, even in Tokyo, where there's places that are kind of known for guys doing like day game, like I don't do day game in those kind of places because it's too stereotypical. It's too like it's common. You need to do something that's like unusual. Like, there's places in Tokyo that day game is so common and girls expect it so much that it's like an outdoor nightclub. If you get they get hit on that much. I just choose not to do game in those kind of places because you're just another pleb. You're just another guy, and girls have their guard up. You want to be doing game where girls don't have their guard up, you know. Um. Anyway, I don't know. That's just a bit of a rant. You could do it. I. That's just kind of my opinion. Uh. Yeah, I'd be more likely to just game some other chick that's in the fast food restaurant itself rather than the staff. That's just my personal preference. But yeah, I don't know. The delusion, though, the delusion of these women is crazy. Um, yeah. So again, it's just lies, misinformation. Like that is misinformation. So let me just just to show how wrong she is. Um, she is absolutely misinformed. That is not what's happening. So
Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer. Not this time. It never happened. It's false. It never happened. It's a fake. It's fiction. It's an urban legend that never happened. No way. We got you. Not a chance. Not this time. It never happened. It never happened. We made this one up. It's fiction. We made up this one. We made it up. Not this time. Wrong. Not this time. Not this time. You're wrong. Not this time. It never happened.
yeah, so I don't know. These women will continue to be deluded. It's just gonna get worse for sure. Rishi Padaruth in the house. What is up, man? What is good? But I don't know. It's funny seeing them. It's funny seeing them eat their own. To be honest, like they are, just progressive society. It's eating itself, and look at this. The Telegraph. Stop using the word mother. I don't know. You gotta. It's hilarious in a way because, like I said, I don't know. Women are this whole new world order, the progressive agenda. I think women are the biggest victims in all this. It's just a fact. Like, here's another one.
I paid helping my parents' mortgage when I was still in high school. I'm 32 years old now. I don't even have a mortgage. I don't have kids. I don't have anything to show for all this time that I've paid into this system. I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree. My parents never graduated college. My parents didn't even graduate high school. I'm already on my second bachelor's degree, hoping that this one sticks. Like I was paying for nursing school, half loan, half out of pocket. And COVID hit. And now I'm looking at my last quarter of nursing school and I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to graduate. I'm literally out of money. And not because I failed in classes or I did something wrong. I did everything right. It's just because I'm poor. I was born poor. I'm still poor. They want me to die poor. I don't know how you guys do it. I would work.
So, like, I mean, it's just like it's karma, and it's like it's just it's there's been so much hate on men for there's such a a barrage of hatred towards straight men for decades, and now the chickens are coming home to roost. It's all like 32 years old, just working minimum wage shitty jobs, just like it's, and there's so many. Like I'm 32. There's most girls I grew up with. I don't keep in touch with them, but I can kind of gauge from Facebook, even though I don't use Facebook, and I'm still. But I know that most of them are working shitty minimum wage jobs, not married, no kids, just no, and they've been stripped of all their, they're getting just stripped of all the genuine like female privilege they used to have back in the day, where they were treated like better, because they were female. They're weaker. Like women are weak. They're the weaker sex, so they had like men would tolerate them and tolerate them and take care of them and provide for them and work, and like the women would raise the family and raise the kids, and it was a good deal for them. And now, what do we have? We have crying, sputtering, tears, and you think that's gonna stop? That's not gonna stop. Like that's not. This is like, you could compare it to the like crypto market. This is only gonna get worse. Like there's only gonna be more tears, more sputtering, more crying. Like that woman is a representation of that woman is a representation of millions of millions and millions and millions of women like my age, like 32-year-old women, like millennial women. They're fucked. Like they are fucked. Like millennial, like I say it all the time. Guys like us, red pill guys, like we're doing just fine. Like yeah, because we know what's up. Like we'll get it done. Um, but they're gonna really struggle, really big time. Miguel, what is up, my man? What is good? Um, Gabrielle says liberal tear indeed. Man, it's you gotta. I don't know. I'm not a psychopath. Like I do have compassion for people, but I'm still gonna kind of enjoy it a little bit, like seeing their tears. You have to, because you have to enjoy the karma a little bit. Like, I'm not a saint. I'm not a saint. I know I'm not a psychopath because I feel like empathy for people and I feel guilty, you know. But like I do enjoy those liberal tears. Um I don't feel empathy for those, because they brought it on themselves. Like they did this. Like this woman was probably at all the women's marches, bitching about men and like hating on men. Like we have women calling for men to be jailed for cold approach and like, insanity. Like it's like, what? Like okay, like go and do your minimum wage job and work. Work your start cry at home and start crying about money and start crying about not having. It's so funny. They start crying about not having kids, and it's like no one wants to have kids. You're a toxic feminist. No one wants to do that. Not even beta male guys want to do that. Although beta male guys will do it, like they will actually, yeah. But the thing that happens there is the women end up despising the beta guy because he's not masculine, and the beta guy gets destroyed and it gets wrecked. The beta guy gets wrecked in court. Gets his all if he has any kind of money, he gets it taken away. Yeah, at least 50% of it taken away from him. Jason B, what is up, man? I didn't get a notification for your show. You must be doing something right. Yeah, I mean, they're messing around with my thumbnails now. I don't see. I don't know if you even saw the thumbnail. They kind of, when I sent the link out, they kind of didn't upload the thumbnail. I'm getting comments like some people comment on the videos. I try to reply. They don't. YouTube doesn't post the comments. They're totally messing with my channel for sure. Like it is. This kind of information is like, but it's like it's pretty much banned. Like I'm on YouTube like live streaming now, but it's totally against it's totally against their policies and everything, like their progressive agenda. Like if this channel was, I haven't learned to I don't know. I think if this channel actually was big, I think it would get removed. Like I don't think, because I think I speak too bluntly. I still curse too much, and I yeah, I don't know. Gabriel says, gotta be the birth control. Yeah. What else we got? Yeah, let me just show another article I saw. I didn't even read the whole thing, but let me find it. More lies. I'll show more lies. Okay, so yeah, so this says the rise of the boy next door. Women choose men with realistic physique for long-term relationships. You know, so the women end up. This is like women end up with the beta guys. This is kind of true in a way, but yeah. So women prefer Prince Harry's hair over Justin Bieber. 72% of women prefer men with boy next door image when it comes to starting a family. You know, the only reason they prefer the boy next door or the average guy is because you know, they know they can cuck that guy and lock him down and bully him and kind of push him around. Men think their partner wants a Ronaldo legs and Gandhi's abs. Gandhi have Gandhi have abs? I don't know. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, but women do want like you know, Ronaldo or just, you know, guys like, but you know, they know they can't cuck those type of guys. I still stand by my statement that I said yesterday. Like, I think in this day and age in the West, like to actually sustain, you know, a relationship, you know, to actually have a long lasting relationship with a woman, you have to be a bit of a cuck. You know, guys that get married and stuff, like guys that are still getting married in the West are kind of insane in my opinion. And they're more likely to be like kind of cucked, kind of beta, because you know, women are just so indoctrinated that even if a guy has really good frame, is really alpha, the women won't, you know, they won't tolerate it. Like their friends will tell them, you know, he can't treat you like that. You know, you're a boss and all this stuff. And they, you know, even if she's, you know, she still like really loves him and is attracted to him, she'll kind of force herself to leave him because he doesn't bow down to her. He doesn't like worship her. So I kind of stand by that statement that I think in the West, especially now, like for men to actually, you know, put up with women, they have to be a bit of a cuck. So it says, good news for cuddly men. Women may indeed prefer them to muscle-bound hunks. New research has confirmed. No, that's like bullshit. Lies. Not true. No. Women definitely prefer muscle-bound hunks. 100%. No, they just know that they can't bully these because these kind of, you know, men with like amazing physique and know that they can have other women and are less likely to put up with bullshit. A more rounded boy next door physique rather than traditional chiseled good looks is more popular with 72% of women who want to form lasting relationships. And we all know relationships don't last. Statistically, relationships don't last. So you never listen to what women say, listen to what they do. Like that's the number one like red pill, like, you know, that's the red pill Bible kind of shit. Like, don't listen to what they say, listen to what they did. They will lie to themselves. So they're obviously going to lie to, you know, on surveys, people asking them questions. They lie to themselves. Men with well-toned bodies are initially regarded as attractive, but it is the man with the little bit of excess flab around the waist who often wins the day, says online men's retailer Jacamo. So again, lies. You know, it's just that they can bully, the guys that are not fit. They can, the guys that aren't fit, are less likely to have confidence. The guys that are ripped and like, shredded and are jacked and all the other fucking, um, yeah, they're less likely to tolerate shit because they know they can, get another woman. But the fact still remains that women still regard, would prefer the guy that is really fit, but they end up settling for the beta guys that will provide for them and that they can bully and that they can cuck and all that sort of stuff. That they can give like a laundry list of things to do before, having some transactional sex with them. That's the kind of thing, this is the kind of thing that happens to these men. I I honestly don't know. It's just shocking how men are still think it's a good deal to get married in today's world. It's like it's mental. Um, said Giacomo spokesperson Carrie Barkusian. Women tell us that men with ordinary bodies are seen as good family makers who pay more attention to their partners than they do themselves. So yeah, women they want to be worshipped, they want the attention, but ultimately it will make them unhappy and resent. It will make them resent the guy because women hate beta guys and they treat them like shit. And once it'll often end in divorce. While hunks will always catch the eye, many women regard them as bad bets in the long run because they may be self-obsessed and more concerned with their own looks and needs rather than anyone else. So yeah, no, we all know about women's solipsism, basically narcissism, but it's not narcissism because it's female nature. So, you can't hate on it too much because it's just like it's female nature. They kind of view themselves as the center of the universe, and that's pretty much all women. So it's a evolutionary trait. So you might as well just accept it. But it doesn't mean you have to put up with it. But the thing is, those things have become unbelievably amplified in this current progressive era. Before it was kind of controlled. It was, it wasn't. It's basically gone off the train tracks. Like I said, it's bust off the train tracks and it's out of control now. It's a kind of a crash that's taken place. The major discrepancy between what men think women want and what women actually want was brought to life during extensive Giacomo research into customer body confidence. This is the research shows that 62% of men still believe that women prefer the gladiator look. 62%. Women do prefer the gladiator. This isn't a controversial statement. And suffer pangs of anxiety when they fail to match up to this image. So guys getting fat and lazy and like, yeah, swallow that pill because it's true. Like there's no these blue pill lives, these guys want the blue pill comforting lies. Women just want a nice guy. Women want to cuck these guys. They still want to get banged by the Chad like gladiator dude. That's never going to change. While men state that a woman's ideal man would be made up of Justin Bieber's hair, Gerard Butler's chisel face, no idea who that is, Hugh Jackman's movie star arms, David Gandy's tight abs, don't know who that is, and Cristiano Ronaldo's smooth legs, footballer. The response from women showed a contrasting view, set to be welcomed by men across the country, welcomed by beta men, blue pill men that want the comforting lies, the cuckface guys, the guys are like, getting all excited about their Nintendo Switches and stuff. The little comforting, like drinking their little hot chocolate and like you playing their little Nintendo Switches. The reality of what women seek when it comes to bagging a keeper shows that they're after Prince Harry's cheeky smile, comedy kings James Corden and Paddy McGuinness, I don't know who these people are, hair and arms respectively. Rugby star Ben Cohen's stomach and Jonathan Ross's legs. Who the hell are these people? Uh, Women initially said that they too were attracted to men with well-toned bodies. Of course. Like, what is this? However, when pressed further, more than half of the women respondents admitted that few of the men whom they formed long-term relationships fitted this stereotype. Yeah, so they got dicked down by the alpha chads, like a lot of them, and then they get the beta providers into like so they can treat like shit and have transactional sex with, and you know, and that they can maybe, if they're lucky, have a few kids with, and one or two of those kids might even be from other men because that's actually apparently that's much more common than yeah, that apparently that is common enough that women will actually not tell their husbands. They'll have children with an alpha guy, and they'll let on that it is their husbands, and instead, most successful relationships had been made with boy next door partners with a normal amount of podge. Um, Nor had these men started out as super fit hunks before going to seed in a settled relationship. Instead, they had always been podgy right from day one. That's interesting because these guys, right, these beta guys are the kind of guys that these beta guys are the guys that they will they'll go through their 20s and they'll be blue pilled, and they might some of them might go years without having sex, and kind of working away and doing this, that, and the other, and kind of waiting um for their ship to come in. And whenever the women hit the wall, 32, and these pudgy guys, these guys that have been dorks all their lives, and they never came close to swallowing any, not even a portion of the red pill. They end up hooking up with these girls and getting married to them when they've like come through it all, like they've hit the wall, they're well past their peak, and these women have most likely they've had a crazy time, like getting smashed by all these Chad guys all through their 20s, and they'll settle down with the beta podgy guy, and he'll think, oh, my ship has finally come through, and he'll just accept all the shit that these that his wife throws at him until she ends up divorcing him because she's repulsed by his passiveness. Um, Anyway, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Just pure like utter bullshit. Um, yeah, but today's episode, let's see. Know your worth. What is up? What is good? What is good? Gabriel says a lot of these chicks would rather be with a woman with fake masculine traits, and they're not attractive. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, I'm going to move on. I'm going to show you what I wanted to talk about, why guys need to lead, and I'll show you an example of that right now. Let me get this up. Let me get it up. All right. Okay, so here we go. This is a girl. This is from a girl I matched with on Bumble, I think, and I just kind of thought it was interesting to show that you have to like let the girl come to your frame. So yeah, on the 29th of January, I got her onto a messaging app from Bumble, and she says, "Hi Max, it's something." I blocked it out, and I said, "Hi Mac, it's something." Let's just say her name's Momo. "Hi Mac, it's Momo." I said, "Hey, what's up?" She says, "Little tired for work. How was your day? I said, it was okay. What are you doing now? She said, it's time to sleep. Is your days off Saturday and Sunday? I said, haha, early. I said, yeah. And then I just, yeah. And then the next one, she says, because I have work almost every weekend. And then I replied the next day, or was it? Uh, or a few days later. I just replied a few days later. I said, "Hey, how was your weekend?" Um, she said, "Just work, haha, but not bad. How about you?" I said, "Hey, I didn't reply. I've noticed when I kind of turn the tables and like kind of not reply and kind of ignore their messages a little bit, that kind of like makes them bite a little more. That makes them a little more keen." Anyway, I said, "Hey, do you have plans for the weekend?" And she said, we two houses celebrating today because my childhood's wife gave birth to a child. And then she says, how about you? I said, I just met up with friends for dinner and went to the gym. And then she replied the next day or whenever it was, yeah, it was. Nice. What did you guys eat? I said, we had steak. She said, sounds super good. And I said, are you free on Saturday? See, notice I'm always trying to I'm not wasting time. I'm just trying to arrange it. I'm always doing this is a common pattern. I'm always going to be trying to arrange the date. Um she says, I have work on Sunday though. Saturday is day off. I said, let's meet on Saturday. She said, sure, or dinner after work on Friday. I said, okay, can you come to Musashi Koyama, place where I live? Um She says, you mean tomorrow? I say, yes. She says, I'll finish work at 7:30 p.m., so probably I'll arrive there at 9:10. There has any restaurants or something still open at that time? So like 9:10 is pretty late. And that's a good kind of sign when girls are willing to come to your area at that time. But anyway, I say, yes. It If you will be that late, can we meet at 10 p.m.? Because I'm live streaming right now. That's why I did that. That's how committed I am to this like live stream. But anyway, she says, "Oh really? So can we meet at 9:30 p.m.?" I said, "10 p.m. is better. Is it okay?" So I'm making her enter my frame. I just do all this kind of thing subconsciously. It's not really thought out, but when I break it down, it does actually matter. She says, "But has there any restaurants open still 10 p.m. anyways, or how's other place?" Obviously, she's Japanese. Her English isn't, yeah, it's all right though. Communication is the most important thing. But I said, sure, we can find some place easily. You mean about restaurants? She says. If you're fine, we will meet. We will meet. Uh, we will meet another place where Kinshicho, Akihabara, or Ikebukuro. There are other places in Tokyo. So she's trying to get me. That's like a shit test. She's trying to get me to come to her place, come to a place that she is suggesting. Um, uh, yes. So anyway, I said yes. Restaurants. You should come to Musashi Koyama. That's the place where I live. And she says, haha, why are you so recommends there so much? I said, I live here and I know it well. So she says, okay, I see. Haha, I'll arrive there around 9:50 p.m. See how fast like that turns around, you know? Okay, I see. Haha, I'll arrive there at 9:50. She just changes the tune. Like, so a lot of guys without game, they would have messed up here. They would have, when she said, if you're fine, we will meet another place, and she's trying to get me to enter her frame. So I just, you just always stick to your guns. That's why I wanted to share that to illustrate, how important it is just to get them to come to you, and a lot of them will come through if you just stick it out and just keep insisting that they come and follow your lead. Um, and they'll throw shit tests like, oh yeah, if you're fine, come to another place, and just don't. And I'm gonna meet her. She already messaged me. She said she's on her way. She's on her way over. So I'm gonna meet her at the station. So yeah, she just said, yeah, I'm on my way. She's on the station. So it's the little things matter. Little things matter a lot. Uh, anyway, Jason B says keyword is retailer. Just like Myron says, simps make the economy go round. That's it, man. Simps are, they're the guys that, they're the guys that get the worst, rawest deal. Guys like us, anyone in this community, anyone in these circles should never, we're gonna, some people might have experienced, like, I don't know, getting divorced or whatever, but if you're red pill, you should be able to avoid all that bullshit because it's not worth it, and it's just totally skewed against men. Spark 55, what is good? YouTube just straight up didn't show your live stream in my sub box. Yeah, it is, this isn't very mainstream content, so they're obviously going to try and shut it down, or try and at least they're going to be they're at least going to be shadow banning it for sure. Like that's the same on everything, same on Twitter, same on Instagram, same on everything. Unless you're a far left, like woke tired, you're not going to get, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. That's my opinion. But that's why the most important thing is if you're on my email list. So even if I do get like struck off, banned or whatever, I can start up again somewhere else and just let you know where I'm at, like on another platform or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, let me see. Yeah, she already arrived. That's funny. I'm probably I'll cut it a little bit short today, but I'll let her wait for a bit. I usually show up when I go to dates. I usually show up a little bit late anyway, like 5 minutes or something. I think that's just my personality, but I do think it kind of it shows that you're not some needy, it's pretty alpha to show up a little late, I think. Just to show that you're not like super on time and like really, because if you show up and you're like there waiting for them, it shows that you're like just a little bit of a hint showing that you might be a little bit too excited about the date. But being like a few minutes late, like even just a minute, even if it's just you that's not there first, that can be good. Yeah, but I'll let her have her a bit. Let me see. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen this thing. Let me share it. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This like real thought kind of. Bust it, is you fuck it, 2 shots, fuck it, bust it, is you fuck it, 2 shots, fuck it. This is what guys are worried about. Guys are worried about approaching women, and it's like it's just like enjoy the decline. It is it is what it is. Like these women are just, there's never been a better time. Like you can be an absolute degenerate player if you want. The women are not. It's not even, once you figure it out. It's just so easy. Gabriel E says, if you showed up in a Tesla, is that hard of a flex? I mean, I think most girls wouldn't even know what a Tesla is. Like, I mean, But don't be afraid of flexing. I mean, the more, yeah, some guy like the more like if you have a Tesla, like why would you be embarrassed to show up like to drive it? But yeah, women are impressed by guys that have like money and status. There's a reason it's like looks, money, status. Money muscles game. It's because women it's an attractive thing to women. So if you have money, like don't be afraid to show it off, especially to women. And you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, use it. Yeah. So it's like if I had a Tesla, I would roll up in it. Yeah, Teslas they're a cool car. I've driven one once, and I kind of wrecked it. I was never I'd never driven a Tesla before, and I the tires are really low, so that I pulled up to the curb, and on a normal tire it would just it wouldn't damage the rim, but the tires were so like thin that I scraped the rims of the car. It cost like $1,000. It was a bummer, but yeah, that was my experience with a Tesla. But driving is pretty cool. The self correction's weird though. There's like a self correcting, like, because when you're driving, if you like you veer even a little bit, it'll put you back onto it. It's weird. It almost I actually kind of didn't like that aspect because it feels like you're gonna like swerve out of control, but it seems as though it's just a self-correcting. It'll put you back onto the straight path, but it was kind of freaky, like because it was like I just reared a little bit over the line, and then it kind of like put you back on the in the center of the road. It was mad. Um, Know Your Worth says, when was that when you and John filmed the intro for Hot Dude Army? Yes, it was indeed. Yeah, it was. I scraped the shit out of the rims. It wasn't funny, but it was a bummer. But who cares? It's all good. It was a good trailer. It was a fun trailer. We got some hose. I sourced the hose. That was my job. That was my job for that intro, for that trailer. It was good times. Good times. Um yeah, but yeah, guys. I mean, I'm gonna go and smash this hole now. Well, I'm gonna try, and I'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Just check the YouTube's obviously trying to cuck me, so just go on my page if you want to watch my live stream. Just like come on, because it's not gonna they're gonna like kind of trying to shadow ban it and whatnot. I've obviously come under the radar or whatever. But yeah, we will talk again on Monday. So have a good weekend. I'll catch you later. Peace out. Bye bye. Have a good one.